Student, welcome you all in the illumination and electrification of building video lecture session. In the last video, we will see about the lighting scheme for factories or characteristic of factory lighting. Then street lighting. After that, railway platform lighting, lighting for advertisement or hoardings, flood lighting meaning purpose specific requirements, and based on that numericals. Then after sport lighting, agriculture lighting and horticulture lighting. Now in this session we are going to see the lighting scheme for healthcare centers and hospitals. In that we will say about the various buildings or wards in the hospital and illumination levels required for different yards. Then hospitals and healthcare buildings. Then design of lighting scheme for hospital. After that, operation theatre, general wards, delivery rooms, intensive care rooms, etc. Modern small wards, nursing service to admitted patients, methods of lighting provision in general wards, decorative lighting, then stage lighting, and lighting scheme for aquariums and shipyard. So let us start with the various buildings or wards in the hospitals and illumination level required for a different ward. It having a standard table which shows the illumination level required for different wards. The ward or the section which are included in the hospitals, such as for the reception and waiting rooms, the level of lux for the illumination is required 160. Then for the wards such as general ward, for that 100 lux level illumination is required, and for the beds 150 level of illumination is required. In the operation theaters or where the dental surgeries are carried out, at that area a 300 lux level for the general operation theater is required, and where the table or chairs are there, 10,000 special lighting lux level of illumination is adopted. In the laboratories, 350 lux levels are level of lux as recommended. And then next, radiology department, nothing but X-ray department, 100 level of lux are recommended. The next, casualty and outpatient department, nothing but OPD, where 150 lux level is required. The stairs or corridors are in the hospitals, for that 100 lux levels are recommended, and for the dispensaries 300 lux levels are recommended. The next, doctors surgeries, in that for the consulting room 150 lux level are required, in the corridor 70 lux levels are recommended, and where the site testing activities are carried out, in that 450 level of lux are required. A hospital considering with various sections such as laundry department, kitchen, offices. For that purpose, they are given the lux level. So, for the laundry or dry or cleaning works, receiving or sorting or washing or drying purpose, 200 lux levels are required. For the dry cleaning bulk machine work, also 200 lux level are recommended. And for ironing the clothes, pressing, mending, and spotting or dispatch purpose, 300 level of lux are required. For the offices in the hospitals, 350 lux level are recommended. And where the kitchen are there in the hospital, a 200 lux level are recommended. So this all the department which is insist in the multi-speciality hospital in the state level as well as in the metropolitan cities. So let us see one by one. The public areas which is consist a reception counter, entrance in the hospital, waiting room, restaurant, etc. Hospital area consists with patient ward, patient special rooms, ICU rooms, examination room, operation theatre, medicine stores, and distribution of medicine. And now, a non-hospital areas consist with, again it is classified into two, that is indoor area and outdoor area. So first indoor area is offices, kitchens, laundry, workshop, quarters. Then for the outdoor areas, roads, gardens, boundary walls, open extension space, which is included in the hospital area. Now, design of lighting scheme for hospital. It is using various type of lighting scheme such as general lighting, local lighting, and localized lighting. So in general lighting is usually provided from fully recessed fluorescent luminaries which are sealed against such as dust, dirt, or any foreign particles involved in the air from the ceiling void, can be easily cleaned, and use lamps with clinical quality color rendering. Where the local lighting, which is based which is top up on the operation table, which is provided by a very specialized luminary capable of providing shadow free illumination in the operating activity by means of multi lamp and multi-faced reflection system. Those lamps are used for the a table work. Then lighting on operation table, which is provided by 10,000 lux or 50,000 lux level for the operation table, which is selective and variable basis. Background luminance is required about 400 to 500 lux level. These all luminaries are mounted along the center line of the ward. In that mounting arrangement, various type of luminaries are mounted over the ceiling, such as suspended luminaries, ceiling mounted luminaries, and recessed or semi-recessed luminaries. The mounting arrangement we will see in detail later. Now, Take a look for the operation theater. They are having various type of light fixture or luminaries. A general lighting is usually provided from fully recessed fluorescent luminaries which are sealed against dust, dirt, any foreign particles in the environment. It can be easily cleaned and use lamps with clinical quality color rendering index. The background illuminance is required when the operation is carried out so that the operators can easily discriminate the work on the working surface as well as the work required away from the work surface. Then next is general wards. In night hours, low level lighting is needed to enable nursing staff to monitor patients without disturbing those who are sleeping. So illuminance required or recommended for this bed heads is 0 to 1 lux by 5 watt CFL lamp. Within circulation space 3 to 5 lux by 8 watt CFL, and where the nursing station adjacent to ward is 300 lux for the daytime and 100 lux at night hours. Take a look for the delivery rooms or intensive care room. It having a very colorful light as well, and the various ceiling mounted luminaries are installed in the intensive care room. In the intensive care room, emergency A grade lighting is provided, which is consist with number of backups for the ICUs. Take a look for the modern small wards. This is a modern small wards where generally suited outside the buildings with the beds parallel to the main window as shown in this photograph. Daytime natural lighting is sufficient sometimes. Along with this, a daylight is supplemented by electric light as well. Then nursing service to admitted patients. Nursing is a generally observation of the patient's state, taking readings of blood pressure, taking body temperature, making charts and records. For such activities, the luminance is required about 30 to 50 lux at the patient head and 100 lux in the central space between the bed footrails, as well 100 lux over the table where the records are need to be recorded. This much illumination suffices the purpose of patients and no disturbance to sleeping patients. The color rendering type is fluorescent lamp of standard which decided. Take a look for the medicine store in hospital. This is the way where the medicines are stored in the hospital, and for the ease of convenient the illumination is provided in this area. Just take a look for the offices which is situated in hospital. They are using a localized lighting over the each counter or table. Take a look for the laundry department in multi-specialty hospital. A various number of processes is carried out on the cloths. Therefore, a localized lighting as well as general lighting is provided in the laundry department. In this laundry department, cleaning activity, mending activity as well ironing activity are carried out. A food to patients which is prepared in the hospital itself. Therefore, the kitchen is established in the hospital. So take a look for the kitchen in the hospital where a general as well as localized lighting which is mounted over the ceiling. The next point is method of lighting provision in general wards. The mounting arrangement along the center line of the ward. It means all the luminaries are used in the hospital which are mounting along the center line of ward. The first one is suspended luminary. Take a look for the suspended luminary. This is called as suspended luminary, which is under the ceiling. The luminaries mounted between 2.7 meter and 3.5 meter above the floor with spacing between 3.5 meter to 3.8 meter. Upward lighting is about 50 to 60%. The next is ceiling mounted luminaries. This is shown in the photograph, that is a ceiling below 3 meter should be spaced at about 2.2 meter to 3 meter for twin lamps with 20% upward lighting which is fixed under the ceiling. And now for the recessed or semi-recessed luminaries. Take a look for the luminaries. These are not suitable alone in multi-bedded wards but needed to be used in conjunction with wall-mounted bed-headed luminaries. Both ceiling and wall units be spaced similarly to the bed ends at about 2.2 meter. Take a look for the entrance of hospital. This is how the entrance of hospital is illuminated, which is by aesthetic purpose as well as for the utilization purpose. Then next, the look for the reception area in the hospital. This is how the reception area is look like and illuminated for the aesthetic purpose. Then next, the illumination is provided in the waiting area. The restaurants is situated in the hospital or multi-specialty hospital where the illumination and various type of decorative luminaries are installed in the restaurants. Now the patient wards for the patients as well as we can say general wards. Here also a ceiling mounted luminaries are mounted in the ceiling. Then next, the hospital with examination room. Wall fittings are installed over the examination table also. Next point is decorative lighting. For the decorative lighting in the market, all type of lamps are used, such as all type of LEDs, miniature lamp, flickering lamp, automatic dimming, neon sign tubes, colored light with reflectors are used. These all the decorative lights which are used for buildings at the function, in exhibition, for the home decoration, fountains in the garden, tree decoration, marriage function, and stage decoration. Whether required, the decorative lights are used. These all type of lamps, highly bright, dim light, diffuse light, direct light, indirect light, semi-direct light, and hidden lights are used under the decorative lighting. Even at home decoration, table lamp, hanging zumbar lamps, corner hidden lamps, all can be said as a decorative lighting or luminaries and lamps. Take a look for the various type of luminaries which are used as a decorative lighting. Many of lamps are mounted over the under the ceiling, as well as a colored lamp which is mounted over the wall. The LED strips are also included in this photograph. So there are wall fittings, various type of wall fittings which gives the illumination with shadows. The shadow creates a very trigonometric or isometric shadows or figures on the wall. The next point is stage lighting. In the lighting of the stage, much more is at stake than a mere illumination of object. The production of effects by lighting is perhaps more important here than at any other place. Not only should the actors and their actions be in clear view, but the quality of light directed upon them should produce the effect which is required, such for the playwright or where the simulation of lighting condition as they exist in a real life. The problems of producing color light consist in removing from practically white light by selective absorption that part of it which is not wanted. A colored sheet are the most widely used of all type of color media for stage lighting purpose. They are available in 50 standard colors, tints and shades. The color equipment makes it possible to the realistic effect by using amber light for sunny day. Take a look for the blue and green light, which is to create a moonlight scene on the stage. Then the red light used to create sunset scene on the stage. Now the next is amber lights, which is used to create a sunny midday scene on a stage. And also one may be made to merge into other by the use of variable resistance dimmer for the controlation purpose or intensity control. The psychological effect produced by light may be even more important. By means of suitably skillful applied lighting, the illustration plays very important role, which is depending upon the emotional sensibilities of the audience to produce any change of mood he may desire. For the stage lighting, a general and spotlighting lamps are used tremendously. Two types of lamps are used for stage lighting, those for general lighting and those for spotlighting. The spotlighting lamp of the present day should never be burned directly base up because as they have no check for ventilation and cooling, the heat of the filament will most likely soften the cement that holds the base and bulb together. The illuminant to produce desired effects to best advantage should be more powerful, more efficient, and more highly concentrated than those we have at present. It also should contain equal quantities of light of all wavelengths and retain this proportion constant on being dimmed. For the stage lighting, to for the various visual effects are used in drama as well as what are the plays are played in the stage. The illustration plays very important role to create a scene according to that. For that purpose, creation of that scenes and make additional visual effects, he may control various colored light as well as various type of lighting scheme, and that is why a drama as well as a play which is played on the stage very looking very beautiful as well as realistic. So depending upon the emotions which are included in this drama, the electrician must know when he controls all the colored lamps as well as type of lighting scheme. So this is a stage lighting as well as hospital lighting and decorative lighting. Today we stop over here